press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello everyone, in the previous class we learnt about the classification of an object or the material. See, classification is nothing but the process of systematic arranging the things into groups on the basis of their common property. Or one more definition is there, grouping of similar things together is called as classification. See, we have to classify different types of object. In the previous class I also discussed or I also told about the how we grouping or how we classify the different things. For example, your school bag, see how you classify or how you arrange the different materials or the objects in your bag. See, notebooks in one place or in one side and the textbook in another side, and the small objects you keep in a pencil box. Like that you classify the or you have to arrange the different objects in your bag. See, this is the example, and one more example I told you about the librarian. See, librarian, those who work in a library is called as librarian, and he keeps all the books in a library in a proper way according to the subject wise and according to the alphabetical order. He will classify the different types of objects or different types of books. See, if we ask them to one particular to bring one particular book, means he quickly go and select one particular book what we order or what we ask him. See, like that he will classify the different types of book. See, this is how classification will be done. There are so many uses will be there. Classifying the different objects will help to saves our time, and it also helps and provides the knowledge over the different types of object. See, like that there are so many uses are there, and we come to know about the similarities and dissimilarities about the object. See, this is how classification will helpful for us in our daily life. And material, and next point is material. In material, the matter of which an object is made is called as material. See, in this in the previous class we also learnt about the material and the matter. Matter is nothing but anything which has a mass and occupies space is called as matter. See, there are different states of matter are there, solid, liquid and gas, and these in solid the particles will be closely arranged. In liquid, particles are arranged closely, but there is a space in between them, and that's why it is called as liquid. Whereas the gas, compared to the solid as well as the liquid, the space will be more, and that's why it is called as gas. And the properties also we learnt. See, this is how the states of matter will be divided and their properties is totally different. And also we learnt about the material. See, materials is nothing but the matter of which an object is made is called material. See, material is nothing but the matter, it's a matter. There are different states of matter are there, and in which among one is there the matter of which an object is made. For example, if we consider the chalk, see, it is having the matter and the space in it is a solid. We call it as solid substance. Why? Because the molecules arranged in this chalk is very closely, compactly it will arrange, and that's why it is called as solid. See, like that the matter of which an object is made is called as material. Example is glass. There are so many examples are there. Table, chair, etc. These are some examples of materials. See, The materials can be divided on the basis of its property. Materials can be divided on the basis of its property. First one is natural material. And the second one is artificial material. First one we discussed. First one is natural material. The material which occur in nature of its own and can be processed to make into useful things, and this is called as natural material. Natural material. See, natural material is nothing but the material which occurs in nature of their own and can be processed to make more useful things or more useful. See, natural materials are those materials which occurs in nature of their own. It can't be prepared by man. See, it's present in the nature and it will produce in of its own and can be processed. I mean, different types of techniques they are used to make more useful things. Example is there cotton, wool, cotton, wool, silk and cereals, etc. See, these are some examples of natural materials, in which first one is cotton. See, cotton usually produced the cotton plant. See, by using the cotton fruit, we take the cotton and different techniques we apply to that cotton and make into the fabric. Like that, different techniques will be takes place to produce more useful things. And the wool also. Wool, usually wool yielding animal will produce wool, and from this wool we apply many techniques and thereby we can produce the fabric. And the silk also. Silk, usually silkworm will be produce the silk and it is a natural occurring substance. We can't, human beings can't make this type of natural occurring things. See, that's why it is called as natural material. See, and can be processed to make into the useful things. That one is a fabric. See, usually this is the fiber and this fiber is make it into the useful one, and this is how natural things, natural materials can be processed to make a more useful things. And cereals also. Cereals usually it is a grain like structure, and these we can apply many techniques over to the cereals, and we can prepare the flour, and thereby we take the flour and mixed into the water and make it into useful things like that roti. See, like that different techniques we apply to the natural material so that more useful things will be formed. See, this is one is the natural material. See, once again I will tell you the materials which occur in nature. It is usually occur in nature and it can't be prepared by man. That's why it is a natural material. And nature of their own, no forcefully applied or no forcefully produced by man. Its own it will produced in nature itself, and can be processed to make more useful things. Like that, this one is a natural material. See, next one is artificial material. The material which do not occur in nature and can be or but are produced artificially by humans or the people. Examples are plastics, glass, nylon, etc. And soap also. See, second one is artificial material. Artificial material are those material which do not occur in nature. See, these materials which do not occur in nature but can be produced by human beings or the peoples. Produced by artificial means what? Synthetically or chemical, by using the different types of chemicals they are used to prepare these type of materials. Example is plastic. See, for preparing the plastic, different types of techniques are used and chemicals will apply to prepare plastic. And glass, nylon. Nylon is a cloth which can be prepared by human beings. As I told in the second chapter about the fiber, dietary fiber, natural fiber and the artificial natural fiber includes, there are three types of fibers are there. First one is dietary fiber, natural fiber and the artificial fiber. See, dietary fiber usually it is useful for the food items like spinach, cabbage, like that. And the natural fiber which includes animal fiber and the plant fiber. And the last one is artificial fiber which can be prepared by using the chemical. Different types of chemicals are prepared by the man. See, like that artificial fibers can be prepared. In this way, like that artificial materials are there which can be prepared by man or produced by applying or different types of techniques they will applied, and chemicals will apply to that material. See, the material which do not occur in nature but are produced artificially by humans are called as artificial material. Examples are plastic, glass, nylon, soap. Soap is also comes under this heading, that one is an artificial material. For preparing the soap, different types of chemicals are added and different types of materials will added for preparing the soap. Like that, this is how materials are divided into two types. One is natural material and the another one is artificial material. Natural material are those material which are occur in nature and can be processed into many more useful things. Example includes cotton, wool, etc. See, in artificial material are those material which do not occur in nature but can be produced by human beings. Example glass, plastic, etc. These are all the types of materials. See, material includes natural material and the artificial material. And next we shall move on to the properties of a material. See, as we all look around ourselves, we see varieties of objects and materials are present. And let us study the different types of materials according to their properties. Properties of a materials. See, different materials show different properties. For example, tumbler. Tumbler is nothing but the jug. See, we see varieties of tumbler. Glass tumbler is also there, steel tumbler and wood, and one more is tumbler is there, plastic tumbler is there. See, there are different types of tumblers are present, and these tumbler which having the different types of properties. And have you ever seen the tumbler which is made up of a piece of cloth? So we can't see such type of a cloth, such type of a tumbler, because it can't hold the water properly. See, example is tumbler. See, this is one example. See, usually shopkeeper keeps all the food items in the transparent glass. Transparent glass is the one which can see the things properly. The glass which can see the things properly is called as transparent glass. Later we will discuss about the transparent glass in the properties of a materials. See, have you ever seen the pressure cooker which is having the handle and which is made up of a plastic? See, why not these handle will made up of a wood? See, like that there are so many questions arising in our mind, and like that there are different vessels are there, cooking utensils are there which are made up of a steel. Why not these would be made up of a glass? What will happen? See, like that there are so many questions will be arising in our mind. See, according to the properties and according to the purpose of such materials, we can identify different objects and their property and their uses. See, shopkeeper. Cooking utensils and see, one by one I will tell you. See, properties of a materials means the material possesses different types of properties. According to the properties, materials are used for our purpose and our need, in which first one is tumbler. See, example is tumbler. Tumbler is nothing but the jug. tumbler usually made up of either plastic or steel or the glass. Usually this tumbler is made up of. See, have you ever seen the tumbler which is made up of a piece of cloth? We can't see such type of a tumbler. See, what will happen if cloth tumbler is there, means it can't hold the water properly. So that's why we can classify the materials according to their properties. See, next one is shopkeeper. Usually food items, what eatable food items, they will keep in a transparent jar so that buyers can easily see the food items and buy such food items. And this is how different properties of a material will help to different peoples according to their purpose and the need. And next one is cooking utensils. Usually pressure cooker or which is the handle which is made up of the pressure cooker is a plastic one. See this, why we can't, why the pressure cooker is not made up of a wood? There are so many questions arising in our mind. See, the type of plastic which is made up of the handle of a cooker, pressure cooker, is a thermosetting plastic. It will not melt in a normal temperature, or it melt with a high temperature, very high temperature it will melt, or sometimes it can't melt. Thermosetting type of plastic will be there, and that's why cooking utensils like pressure cooker is made up of a plastic. And the cup, usually we take milk and different type of drinks, tea, etc. in a cup, and usually the cup is made up of a clay, china clay or glass. Why can't the cup is made up of a iron or any other metallic materials? See, there are so many questions arising in our mind. These are all questions we can answer studied by knowing the properties of a materials. One by one we will discuss about the properties of a material, in which first one is appearance. The materials are classified on the basis of appearance. There are two types. One is shining or the lustrous, and the another one is dull. See, appearance, luster, see, the materials are classified into two types. One is shiny and the dull. See, lustrous is nothing but the shining. It appears very shiny. See, this is how appearance or the lustrous, different types of materials show different lustrous property, and the dullness property also is there. See, I will write here. See, as we look around ourselves, we see many more objects in our surrounding. Some surface of some objects having a shining on their surface. For example, steel spoon, tap water and the glass, etc. These are all the surfaces which shines when the light falls on them, and that's why it is called as lustrous property or luster material. The materials which shines when light falls on them are called lustrous material. See, first two properties of a material includes appearance or the lustrous. The materials are classified into two types. One is shiningness and the dullness. See, the material which we see in our surrounding, there are so many varieties are there, and according to the varieties we can distinguish their property, in which first one is appearance. The material which shines when the light falls on them are called as lustrous property, lustrous material. See, whenever the light falls on them, such a materials are called as lustrous material. Example is gold and silver. See, this is the example. See, usually we like to wear the silver and the gold jewelry in our body, or this is the example of a lustrous material. And all the metallic surface will shine or appear lustrous whenever the light falls on them, are called as lustrous material. And those materials which do not shine when the light falls on them are called as non-lustrous material or dull materials. Dull or non dull material. The materials do not shine when light falls on them, are called as dull material or non-lustrous material. See, the material which shines when light falls on them are called as lustrous material. Best example is gold and the silver, which we likely to wear, and these materials like gold and silver, it will shine when the light falls on them, and this is the best example of a materials. All the metallic surface will shine. It shows the property of a lustrous or appearance, it will shows. A metallic surface means what? Iron, different types of metals will be there, iron, silver, gold, copper. See, these are all the examples of a metallic surface. Whenever the light falls on them, it will shine. Shine means nothing but the holapu. See, holapu agude. Like that, this is the example of gold and silver. And the dull material means what? It will doesn't have shining property, and those materials which do not shine when the light falls on them are called as non-luminous or non-lustrous or dull materials, we call it as. See, example is wool, paper, cotton. See, this is how we can classify it, or different types of properties according to their property which they possess. Different types of materials according to their properties. See, first property is appearance or the lustrous. Materials is divided into two types. One is shining and the another one is dullness. See, materials which shines when the light falls on them are called as lustrous material. Example is gold and the silver. And the next one is dull material or the non-lustrous material. The materials which do not shine when the light falls on them are called as dull material or non-lustrous material. wool, paper and the cotton. Whenever the light fall on them, it will not shine, and this is the example of a dull material. See, the following table gives the information about the different types of material according to their properties which they possess. That one is a appearance or the lustrous. See, this is how materials can be divided. See, I will write here the table. Materials, shiny, appearance and dull appearance. First one is steel, wooden spoon, glass bowl, knife, cloth bag and the coin. See, I will write the materials here. See, you can list out different types of material in your notebook also, or a rough book. You have to make it practice. See, materials like steel. Steel, shiny appearance. When the light falls onto the steel plate or steel spoon, it will shine. See, I will put here right mark, and it doesn't have the dull appearance, so I will write wrong here. And the wooden spoon, compared to the steel spoon or the wooden, it doesn't have shine, and that's why I will put wrong here. And the dull appearance I will put right here. And the glass bowl. Bowl, when the light falls on them, it will, what will happen? It will, if this glass bulb having the water, it will shine. Otherwise, sometimes it will shine and dull appearance is not. And the knife, when the light falls onto the knife, knife means what? Chaku. See, light will falls on to the knife, it will shine. See, I will put right mark here. And like that, cloth bag. See, cloth bag will not shine, and that's why I will put wrong here. And the coin. Rupees coin will be there, 1 rupees, 2 rupees, 3 rupees, like that. It will shine when the light falls on them. And here I put wrong. See, this is how we can classify different materials according to their appearance, like that shiny appearance and the dull appearance. You also classify different items what you seen and make it into practice. See, first one is, this is the properties of a material, in which first one is appearance or the lustrous. The appearance comes in appearance, there are 2 points will comes under this heading, and that one is a shiny and the dullness. See, shiny is the thing, but whenever the object or the material, when light falls on them, it will shine, and that one we call it as a shiny surface or the lustrous. And the dull, when the light falls on them, such material which do not shine, and that one we call it as a dull. lustrous means nothing but the holapu. See, the following table illustrate the materials and the shining appearance and the dull appearance, in which first one is steel. See, steel shine when light falls on them. So that I will put here right mark, and like that wooden spoon, glass bowl, knife, cloth bag and the coin. See, this is how materials are classified on the different types. That one is a shining and the dull appearance and the shining appearance. See, this is how the first property will be completed, and the next property is hardness. The second property is hardness. When we feel hardness, see, when we touch the substance, we feel soft and the hardness. For example, in our body, if we pressed in our hand like that, we feel smooth and we can change its shape into some extent. See, like that, if we touch our head and our knee and the elbow, it can't be pressed and can't change its into shape, and that's why this hardness and the softness will be comes in the properties of a material. See, the materials are classified on the basis of hardness and the softness. See, as I told, we can change our skin into some extent by pressing or by holding or drag into some extent only. See, if we touch our bone, if we touch the bone, it will we feel that it is a hard and can be and can't be pressed and can't be changed into its different shape. See, like that, some substance are different in their shape and we can't pressed, and some substance we can change its shape and change and can be easily pressed, and this is the example. See, the materials which can be pressed and which can be pressed and change its shape are called as hard material. See, hardness is nothing but the materials which can be pressed and change its shape are called as hard material. Sorry, which can't be, cannot be pressed and change its shape are called as hard material. See, and the next one is the material which can be pressed and change its shape are called soft materials. Example, cotton, wool, etc. See, hardness example is wood. See, second property tells about the hardness. See, there are so many varieties of properties are there in which we learned about the appearance, and the second point is hardness. See, hardness is when we say that the particular object is hard, when we touch the substance or the things or the object, we feel that it is a hard and it is a soft. See, according to the materials are classified into two different types. One is hardness and the softness. See, hardness are those substance, it can be pressed and can change its it can't be pressed and can't be change its shape, and those materials are called as hard materials or the hardness. And the next, soft materials or the softness. The materials which can be pressed and change its shape are called as soft material. Example is cotton. See, when we touch the cotton, we feel that it is a soft in nature and can be pressed. If we press it, means it will press it completely. See, like that, and can be change its shape. Like that, we can hold or drag that cotton ball, we can easily drag it, and this is how we can change its shape. See, this is the example of a softness or soft material, and hardness example is wood. See, we can't easily press or can't be change its shape by hammering or by during the furniture they will hammer or they cut into many pieces, like that it will change, but it can't be pressed and can't be easily change its shape, and that's why it is called as hardness. There are so many examples are there for hardness as well as for softness. See, this second property tells about the hardness and the softness. See, the following table gives us the information about the hardness and the softness of the materials. See, I will write here. Materials like iron, cotton, rubber, steel, sponge. Easily pressed, hard to press. See, I will write the materials here. You choose different types of materials, and like that you can classify the materials, and easily pressed and hard to press, like that you make the column and write different types of material according to you feel and touch this type of property. See, first one is iron. Iron means nothing but the kabina. See, easily, it can't be easily pressed, so I will write here wrong or no, you have to write. And hard to press, yes, it is very hard to press. Iron is very hard. If we touch the iron, we feel that it is a very hard in nature, and like that if we touch the cotton, easily pressed, and we can change its shape by dragging it out. See, it is a hard to press. I will put wrong here. And the rubber is usually hard to press. So sorry, it is a easily pressed. And we can, if we stretch the rubber band like this, and it will easily stretch it, and when we remove our hand, it will comes into original place. Like that we can change its shape and can be easily pressed. See, it is hard to press. I will put wrong here. And the next one is steel. Steel is a easily, no, it is not easily pressed. So I will put here wrong. And the sponge. Sponge is easily we can pressed. And so I will put here right and here wrong. See, this is all about the different types of materials which can be easily pressed and we can change its shape. Like that, some of the materials which are hard to press and which can't be change its shape. Like that, this is how we can classify the material. See, in today's class we learnt about the different types of materials according to their classification and according to their properties. Thank you.